let's talk a little bit about the practical use cases for Vault PLM, right? And this is really just a few of the things you could do with Vault PLM, right? Obviously, robust CAD data management, the Vault side of the solution. Nothing compares for Autodesk software when it comes to file management. Nothing compares to Vault. Just there's nothing else like it. But it doesn't have the kind of flexibility or extensibility you need to do enterprise-wide change management. That's where the Fusion Manage part comes in. So BOM management, change management, quality, supplier collaboration and supplier management, new product introduction or new product development, right? So obviously CAD data management, it can be down the hall or down the coast, across the country, whatever, right? If you work on very large models and just you'll never have enough bandwidth to make a remote Vault productive, you can solve that problem with Vault. You can put it on your local area network and everyone can work fast, right? And it's familiar. Many of our customers now have been using Vault for years, if not a decade or more, right? You trust it. You use it every day. With Vault PLM, you can add on these other processes very easily by implementing Fusion Manage, right? Because when you take that engineering data and move it outside, you really need the processes around it, right? So first one on the list, enterprise BOM management, right? Taking that BOM out of the CAD files where it's locked up, getting it somewhere that everyone else can look at it and collaborate around it, right? BOM comparison, making sure there's one place to go for the BOM, right? Managing change. This is a pain point in almost every company I've ever talked to. How do you keep change processes flowing, right? Being able to feed that change process with engineering data and then execute it and keep it moving, eliminating these bottlenecks is a key aspect of Vault PLM. Change requests, change orders. But even so, like, how do you get to the point where someone needs to request a change? Things like problem reports, RMAs, like, warranty type situations, or quality issues that lead to corrective actions, that lead to a change request, that leads to a change order. All of these linked processes can be executed in PLM. New product development, making sure that you have everything figured out before you launch a product, right? Manage the ideas, pick the best idea, get the best design, make sure everyone is informed so that you can launch a quality product, but also be confident that it's going to make you money and do it more quickly than a weekly meeting to talk about how this product's going to work, right? You keep it all, you digitize it, you've got processes. Management can go back and look at the decisions. Just for new product development, I don't know how you properly execute new product development without something to manage it like this. It could just be a shot in the dark because a sales engineer says, hey, I got somebody who wants to buy this. I think it'll make us money. Let's do it. That to me is not an optimal way to launch a new product, right? And again, quality. Now, Fusion Manage is not a QMS system, but where quality intersects with the change process is where Fusion Manage shines, right? And Fusion Manage being cloud-based, it is very easy to integrate with. So you've got a QMS system, you're doing quality work in there, inspections, something gets raised there. It's relatively straightforward to have it potentially connect to Fusion Manage to kick off a process like a corrective action, which the QMS system may not be about resolving quality issues, right? It may be about the execution of your quality process. Fusion Manage, PLM, is where you resolve quality issues and identify those longer term issues, or deeper issues and get them solved. Supplier collaboration. I've talked with a lot of companies lately that are, say, struggling to source things because prices have gone up, right? Depending on where you get things, especially in different parts of the world, right? So being able to keep track of who you're buying things from and what they cost this week can be really important. And again, this is often a function of ERP. And so there's a little bit of overlap here with ERP. But again, ERP is about the execution. We need to, issue a PO to this supplier to get something. ERP does that. What Fusion Manage does, what PLM does, is it lets you link that engineering data, like part numbers and things like how much does this weigh? So what is the tariff going to be? It lets you link that information to supplier information. So if nothing else, you could see, well, our primary supplier is located in Vietnam, and this week the tariffs are X. Next month we're not sure, but we know this weighs a lot because I can see the weight on the record. So we need to keep an eye on this to see if our costs are going to spike in an unexpected way. So being able to link all of this data together more easily without, I would say independent of your ERP system, whether it has the tools you need to really link this engineering to data together, that's where something like Vault PLM can shine.